we are all set up and good to go. Another late night stream. I know that it's super late tonight to be doing this. I've gotten in a habit of doing these streams super late. So if anybody comes out, that'd be awesome. If not, we'll find out. But these late night streams have done pretty well recently. Reason for that is, I don't know, it might be the time zone change or something like that. But for whatever reason, these late night streams do really well, so I'm gonna keep doing them. I also do work and run a bar, so get out of the bar at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sometimes, and then we get here for the late night stream. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't have anything really that crazy. I have this Scarlet Violet Blister and this Silver Tempest booster bundle. So let's go ahead and see if we can pull anything out of these packs. Probably be a short opening. I'm not even sure if people are going to be up right now, but we're doing it anyways. Have some big news to announce in the coming days, or maybe tomorrow. Really cool thing that I just picked up, even though I'm not really buying anything right now, but I picked it up anyways. Yo, what's good, Frank? How we doing tonight? You are the first person to pop out for the stream tonight. I hope you... I think it's the same Frank that just bought the Hotfoot theme deck from me, so I appreciate you doing business with me, supporting my family, supporting the eBay store. Bleak Easy, Yo, what's good? Turtle, what's good? All right, we got 6 people in here. So I was debating on opening a Japanese booster box of 151, but I think I'm just gonna save that for next week. I know Austin is really wanting us to open up some 151, so I'm probably gonna just save that for next week. I know I'm stretching it as far as I can, but I honestly, a lot of the stuff that I have left, I'm probably gonna put up on eBay as opposed to opening it, but we might open a Battle Styles booster box here soon, since I have so many of those and I never opened one. Yo, Austin, what's good? Yeah, I do. So I have an eBay. It's Orion's the Man on eBay. Thanks for the 151 cards for my daughter's collection. Dude, that's literally the least I could do. Like, I still feel bad that I never put up a UPC. And I am going to be doing that because I'm selling a bunch of empty boxes that I have left. So I will be putting up a UPC here at some point. I still feel bad for not doing that. For bidet, yeah, I can't not move. So what's my reasoning for you wanting to open English 151? Because it's awesome, and because it's fun, and because you want me to complete it and finish the set. Luke Fetchick, hi, how we doing? All right, let's go ahead and start it. I know these aren't crazy products. I know I usually go pretty hard on these live streams, but I have been cooling it. We are saving for a new house, so that's very stressful. Yes, Fortress, you made it to the live in time. Unfortunately, it is a super late live. I normally don't do them this late. You guys know that, but the bar is really successful right now. So there were people hanging out there even when I left, but I was like, guys, I have to get home. I have a stream that I got to do, so just... y'all can drink out front, but just, I gotta lock up. So I got home as soon. You still gonna put up some more celebrations, ETBs? I do have a couple more that I will be putting up. Yes, I will be selling the rest of my celebrations, ETBs, unfortunately. I cannot believe that I'm actually selling all this stuff that I plan on sitting on for years, but that's how it goes sometimes. Life changes, different priorities, so got to make some changes, and I'm very grateful for all the sales that I've already had. Also, my eBay store is looking good for the first time ever, mainly because I'm actually selling my stuff. But there's so much more to list. Like, I still have all of these singles from the last stream we did, and I haven't listed these on eBay, but I still have all of these singles from the last stream that we did. Oh, well, these are just some random ones I found. I am going to sell those. But I have all of these random singles that I need to put up from the last stream that we did. Maybe do that tonight? Probably not, because I'm unreliable. All right. Let's go ahead. open up this blister, see what's in here. I held on to this blister since Scarlet Violet came out. This is my last blister. I opened like 15 of these blisters and didn't get anything. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. Hopefully this is the last blister and we finally get something decent out of this blister. Probably not with my luck. I'm also shocked. I put these Arcanine blister promos up for sale, these Black Star promos. I put these up for sale, like no one's touching them. I'm honestly shocked. I thought that these were gonna do really, really well. Anyways, let's see what happens here. And they're really hard to grade to 10 because a lot of them have print lines. So, all right. Also, for anybody that came in here late, since you guys are in here, I have something big to announce tomorrow. I haven't been spending any money, but this is something that was non-negotiable. I had to pick this up. Very excited about it. But I will share that with you in the next mail day. All right. 3 packs. Keeping it light. Keeping it simple. How's everybody doing tonight? Frank, how's your dad doing? So we found out today that he has COVID. And he's not doing well from it. He's really sick. He's not in a good way right now. But he'll pull through. My dad always pulls through. It's just the problem is when my dad gets sick, my dad gets really, really sick. Like he doesn't get sick, but every couple of years. So when he does get sick, it gets pretty bad. I am definitely worried about him. Especially because him and my mom have both gone through so much. Like my mom, the kidney surgery this year and a successful transplant. And she needs to be in recovery and her immune system is super vulnerable. And so my dad being sick is a double whammy because my mom needs to be super careful being around my dad. On top of that, my dad has a, is this the right amount of cards? No, that wasn't the right amount of cards. My dad has a huge jaw surgery thing coming up because apparently he has a tooth that's like rotting out. So it sucks for my dad. And he got an infection near his eye. Like my dad is going through a ton of shit this week. I feel really bad for the guy. So I appreciate you asking, Frank. Life, how we doing tonight? Dio, would you sell one of your kidneys in exchange for one OG first expansion Charizard graded in 9.5 or higher? Also, if your dad gets better. I would not. I would not. I would never sell an organ for a Pokemon card. Never. No matter how great the organ. Now, if someone needed a kidney, if they needed a kidney and they had a, I don't know. If it was someone that like I knew really well, yeah, no. I'm gonna have to say no on that. Otherwise, I just look like a boob. All right. Let's see what we get out of this Scarlet Violet base pack. Go! First pack! Let's go! I never have luck like this. Who would have known? The last blister I had. Who would have known? Wow. Let's just drop that. Wow, guys. Yo, that's epic. Yo, I cannot believe we just pulled Miriam. And I actually bought this card. I can't believe we pulled this. Yo, this is sick. Apparently Scarlet Violet pull rates are worse than Sword and Shield 2, so it's kind of wild that we pulled this. Yo, honestly, it's crazy. And it's really well centered. Come on, where's the surprises? Where's the surprises? Damn, this thing is clean, yo. This thing is clean. Yo, I just pulled a PSA 10 Miriam. This is a PSA 10 copy, 100%, no cap. Like, this is a perfectly centered. See, I never pull cards that are this clean, so I think this is why I feel like none of my stuff is like PSA 10 worthy. Like, very, very hard to pull a card that's this clean. I mean, it is super clean, but there's like barely just a white dot on one of the corners. But yeah, the front centering is really, really good. It's really, really even from the front. And the back is really, really good. It's a super clean card. Yo, that's wild. I can't believe we just pulled this card from that one blister. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. Maybe I do need to open all of my stuff. Maybe we do need to just crack open all that 151. Oh my god. See, if I sell my 151 stuff, it's an L because I'm gonna take a loss on fees. If I open it, I might actually open some dope stuff. So maybe I should sell everything but 151 in terms of modern stuff. I really like 151. Yeah, that is sick. Thank you guys for blessing. Yo, I really needed that. That's a great way to start the night. Geets, hey man, how's it going? Also praying for your dad, man. I appreciate that, Geets. Frank, my wife had it for the 4th time last week. The 3rd and 4th time it was bad. I've had it once and was in the hospital for 12 days. See, I haven't seen anybody hospitalized from COVID, so I don't know anything that crazy. Stormy, is there a website to buy them on? Yes, my eBay, which should be linked in like every video description. It's also linked on my Instagram. Austin, I don't think you've opened up enough Sword and Shield to make that statement. No, these are the facts apparently. Apparently, Sword and Shield has easier pull rates than Scarlet and Violet, which is hard for me to believe. But apparently these are the numbers speaking. Not how I feel. Still feel Sword and Shield is tougher. I will always feel like Sword and Shield is tougher. Greg C is a black label collector. I know Scarlet and Violet has very few black labels, and they were all cut bad, I think. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that. Tristan, what up, Goat? How we doing? Trevor, McJewski, singles are easier to ship, and don't the common cards and hollows sell for $1 here and there? Dude, honestly though, tonight is one of those like random situations where Pokemon can be such an incredible hobby to be a part of if you are moderate about it, right? If I went into the store and just bought one blister and was like, I'll just get a blister, let's see what happens, and then you pull something like this, 100% worth it. The problem is when people get into like opening boxes and boxes and boxes and they just double down on their losses. And this never happens to me. This is the very first time ever I've just opened up one blister like that and gotten something like that. Never happens. Also, like I said, before we opened that blister, I opened 15 of those and didn't pull any alt art or SIR or anything like that. So that was damn lucky. Turtle, grading the starter IRs is a huge play, to be honest. Charmander is 160-ish and a 10. Now, all of my 151 singles, dude, those things could fetch some serious money down the road. Even raw, those things could fetch some money. So I think I'm going to hold on to my 151 singles, even though I should sell those too, because that's a really easy way for me to tap into some liquidity. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I literally sold my jewelry. I sold some of my jewelry before I sold a lot of my Pokemon cards, so I don't know what I'm doing. Tuxedo, but I'm okay to not know what I'm doing all the time. Tuxedo, I've never seen so many cards. Well, most of the stuff is just displays or boxes. I do have a lot of cards, but the stuff behind me is just artwork. It's just boxes. Daniel, oh snap, brother Ryan, how you doing? How you doing, Dan? The numbers are lying. Never got the shot. Never got COVID. Sure, there's no coincidence there. I don't know. I had a couple shots. I feel like I got it, but I can't confirm that I got it. So I don't feel qualified to speak on that. What are the odds there's anything else in this blister? It'd be the most insane blister ever. Nope. Got a regular hollow there. Last pack. And then we'll move into Scarlet and Violet. And hopefully, or no, we'll move into Silver Tempest. Hopefully there's something decent in Silver Tempest. I guess I'll be this guy right here. I would love to pull the Lugia. That would be a dream. Not going to happen, but that would be a dream. Fortress, the live stream looks crispy. We just got a whole Wi-Fi upgrade. So I know that it's not Google Fiber, or it's not Mesh, or it's not Direct Link, because I'm doing this on my phone. So we are using Wi-Fi, we are streaming, but my gaming has gotten way better. So I would imagine the stream looks good. I'm so glad you're saying that. I hope everybody is seeing it super clear, because I made a fuss about our Wi-Fi to our provider. So hopefully now that we're upgraded, things are a little bit better. Austin never got shot either, but it was 2021 wave. I was breathing on 76% in oxygen for 4 months after. Oh my God, man. Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's crazy. Godzilla, hi, how we doing? Geets, hi, caught it a month after I got shot. Ironclad Chad, I pulled Rainbow Lugia, first Silver Tempest I ever opened. Trevor, yeah, it looks good. No drops in resolution. Like, the dude literally, like, it was more than just our router and our modem and the line to it. Like, all that stuff was replaced. But on top of that, the dude climbed our power line and did stuff I didn't even realize that they were gonna do when they came out. I thought we were just swapping out some hardware. But he climbed our power line and like replaced everything in our power line going to our house in terms of like our Wi-Fi capability. I don't know, but he had a whole like line of like wire, like a thick wire. It's like I haven't seen anybody do it before, so I like to think they did something up there, but I can't really prove anything has changed other than you guys saying that it looks better. Would you trade me your PDA? I don't even know what that is. Yo, bro, just watched your Gold Star vid. Enjoyed it. How you feeling on them these days? I wonder what Gold Star vid it was, because yeah, that might have been a while ago, unless it was the recent one. I still think Gold Stars are goated. I think they're kind of inflated right now. I think prices jumped on a lot of them very quickly in like a short span of time. Umbreon, people are asking $8 grand, $9 grand for Umbreon. The one that I lost like 2 months ago was 6.25, $6,250. So I don't know how Umbreon goes from 6,250 to 8,000. Same thing with Rayquaza. It was like a $7,000 card. Went from 7,000 to there was a $10,000 sale. No idea what's going on there. I did, guys, actually, now that he's bringing up Gold Stars, someone offered to trade me a Gold Star Rayquaza PSA 9 in Switch for my Beckett 9, and I add like $200 or $300 to it. I'm tempted. I still love my Beckett one. It's just not a PSA label, and that really bothers me. But yeah, Gold Stars are awesome if you can find a deal on them. The problem is finding a deal on them right now. It's like, it's not even a market worth trying to get into or trying to collect, because they're getting really expensive and they're really hard to find, and everyone wants top dollar for them. If you can find them raw and grade them somehow, I would go for that. But yeah, the PSA 9 prices are nuts right now, let alone PSA 10 prices. Don't even get me started. That's why everyone loves Modern, because Modern is super affordable and the cards look cool. I get it. I love Modern too, just not as much as I love Vintage. I just wish some Vintage was a little bit more affordable. Okay, we're almost done with this last pack, guys. Let's see. Tristan, Ryan, what do you think of the potential of Twilight Masquerade as a long-term investment? I mean, dude, ooh, we got a Magnezone EX. I'll take it. Auction that one off. I think Twilight Masquerade is pretty stacked. Okay, the way everyone's talking about that Greninja EX, it's pretty stacked with that Greninja alone, and got the Carmine and the Perrin, so it's a pretty good set. It's a pretty good set. I like it. I like it in terms of like buying something to sit on to feel good about. That Greninja EX is going to carry that box in the future. I can't really say that about Temporal Forces, which I actually bought a lot of. Can't really say that. You know, it's got some good stuff going on, but I really think the Greninja EX is a better card than what we had in Temporal Forces. And maybe, yeah, it could end up being one of the biggest banger cards of Scarlet and Violet. It's growing on me. I'm probably going to end up getting one at some point. But yeah, Twilight Masquerade, it's a good set. It is something that I would want to open a lot of. No, it's not. Because there's so many things that you could get that you don't want out of these sets. The Greninja EX, what are the chances you're going to pull that card out of your first box, let alone a case? So, Masquerade too frothy right now. Ditto. Connor McLean just graded a Raikou Gold Star and Gem Mint 10. Nice, Connor. Nice. How clean is your Beckett 9? You ever thought about crossing it? I mean, I can get it right now. It's right here. I keep my gold stars very close to me. In fact, the only cards that I look at when I have free time at night are my first edition base set cards and my gold stars and my crystals. These are the only things that, like, I'll sit on the couch while I'm playing video games, and I'll have my chocolate milk. I'll have my chocolate milk, and I'll have one of my graded grails. The thing that I like about this Rayquaza, though, and like everybody that's supported me on this channel knows this already, the thing that I like about this Rayquaza so much is that it has a hollow orb in its mouth. I have never seen another Rayquaza. There's one on eBay that's pretty close to his mouth, but I've never seen a hollow orb ever. Never seen this card with a hollow orb directly, perfectly symmetrically in its mouth. And that is the coolest thing. I'm gonna try and show it to you guys here. Oh, there it is. So you see that? It's perfectly in its mouth. That makes this card very special to me. The thing about crossing it, though, the reason that I don't feel like you could cross it, and it's an international copy, so it's a lot bolder. It's a lot cleaner. And the copy that I think he wants to trade to me, I don't think is an international copy. But it's a really good trade. I mean, it's a really good trade. I get my PSA label Rayquaza to work on the collection, and I don't have to spend a ton of money getting another Rayquaza, which I have no problem doing because I'm attached to this one because I got this one at Collecticon. That was a huge video for me and this channel, and this was something I was hunting while I was at Collecticon, and we made it happen, and this is a really sentimental card to me. And this card in particular, with the colorless style on it and the silver label and the graded card, it actually looks kind of perfect in this label as it is. So the reason I don't think that it would cross over to PSA is because I feel like somebody who owned this card before me tried it and it didn't work. And I should reach out. I should reach out to Grogu. It was Grogu Loves Cards sold this to me over a year ago. But I should ask him if he ever crossed it, because if he didn't, I'll probably take the risk and try and cross it first. Because if this card became a PSA label card, I wouldn't buy another. I would just keep this one. We really don't want to trade it because I'm still attached to it. Okay. Getting off topic here. Maybe do a crossover on the Ray instead of cracking it. Oh, you know it. I'm not ever gonna crack a slab unless I have a Dremel tool and I'm cutting every single corner. I'll never do that again. It is at PSA right now. You're thinking about my Crystal Nidoking. Crystal King is at PSA right now. I think they're gonna take care of me, honestly. I don't think they would have sent me a label to ship the card back if they weren't gonna take this on seriously. And I know for a fact and have proof that that card was not all scratched up on the front of the holo before I sent it. It was clean. I could have dinged a corner or something else potentially when I got it out of the slab, but I know for a fact that I didn't scratch that card up. So I'm hoping that they compensate me on that, because that would be the first like big L that I took in this hobby, would be cracking my Nidoking. Dude, there's so many cards that I want. I don't want to buy a house, guys. I don't want to buy another house. I really don't. I would much rather just keep collecting how I want to collect, but I gotta slow down on all these grails that I'm looking at. Would you trade your PSA 10 Charizard for my Gold Star Rayquaza PSA 10? I'm selling it $10. It's a real card. Eevee going nuts right now from Twilight Masquerade. People, you know, it's all about these evolutions. I would rather the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved than the Greninja. I feel that. I'm loving the buyer's market right now. Temporal Forces, def worse than Masquerade. I like the Raging Bolt and Walking Wake. Greninja looks good in person. I think we got a better art. I think we get better art than Greninja, just my opinion. all my buddies Sun and Moon SNS collection at 70% market. Nice. Greninja's overrated. I really like Greninja. Greninja's growing on me. Jace, did you get that thing all oiled down? Did you get that thing all oiled down? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. High chance of crossing, in my opinion. No subgrade under 9. Dude, Turtle, that would... And I think right now that a Beckett 9 with subs with 9 and 1 9.5, I think it's worth more than a PSA 9 right now. So I feel like there's incentive for them to take my card and have another on their side. I don't know. Because it's a really clean copy. It would be a nice card to see in a 9 cert. Rayquaza is insane. I mean, this is... Honestly, guys, I think I like the Gold Star Rayquaza more than I like my first edition Charizard. I really love Charizard too, but this Rayquaza is just the symmetry of how this card is swirling. It never gets old. I do wish it wasn't so expensive though. I wish I had stuck with collecting as a kid. Oh well, because it's way overpriced. Bro, you got a store? Yes. Check my eBay. Can you please open your 1999 Pokemon pack, please? 7,500 subs. We will do that. Likely what will happen is them saying we did nothing, but here's a $200 voucher. Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, if they give me a $200 voucher and the card hasn't been crossed yet, I'll probably use the voucher to cross-grade it, because then I won't be risking out another 120 bucks if they just screw me. How do you feel about the alt arts that just spiked and corrected some recently? Prices to me right now are peaking and still need to come down quite a bit. Like, I think once the populations go up and everyone starts grading in PSA and then submitting directly to sell on eBay, the pops are going to go up and the listings are going to go up and the prices are going to come down. Sealed products are going to dwindle no matter what. They might reprint, but they're going to dwindle. The cards themselves, populations should rise. So until we get another year or two under our belts, like Sun and Moon has had some time to really age. So what, Sun and Moon is what, 5 years old, 6 years old now? So I think once Sword and Shield gets to a point where it's 5 or 6 years old, I think we can say like pops aren't going to go up a crazy amount from here. But the more pops go up, the more cards get graded, the prices are going to come down. That's why it's called the race to the bottom. Is Unified Minds a worthy set to invest in? I've been thinking of buying... Dude, there's so many boxes, bro. There's so many sets. There's so many singles. Where do we even begin? And guys, at the end of the day, like, if you're truly a collector, buy the alt arts. You're going to be much happier looking at that every night. But if you're buying to invest, I would say between like sealed boxes and alt arts, buy the sealed boxes, because the sealed boxes are going to go up in value. They just are. Caleb, what do you think will be worth the most in 15 years? Sealed or sealed? Sealed. Yes, sealed. The pops on slabs, too high. This isn't a vintage issue here. This is like modern is a whole other dilemma. And the pops are just too high. But the sealed products will go up, especially when people get nostalgic. Godzilla, who wants my Rainbow Charizard VMAX? Turtle, I'm thinking of making a PSA 10 sequential evolution alt art set, including promos. Wonder how much it'll go for. People love sets, so that might work out really well. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. Let's open up this Silver Tempest. Again, thank you guys for coming out tonight. I know it's super late, so I appreciate you guys sticking it out with me. Dang it, I can't get this thing open. Should I just get the box cutter? I'm really struggling here. Childproof. Okay. Okay. This booster bundle was, I've opened a lot of bundles, and this one was a gift from Diana on my birthday, and it sat on my shelf for a really long time. So let's give it up for Diana, my amazing, amazing fiance, and who at this point I should just call my wife. Okay. Oh, let's go. In fact, yeah, let's just get straight into it. Lugia artwork coming up first. Scatman, yo, break open that Silver Tempest bundle. Let's see it. The Watsons, people want to pull the chase cards 15 years from now, and these boxes will be more expensive. Yes, we've all made this argument at one point or another. Frank, if you pull something crazy from Silver Tempest, I'm gonna open mine's up tonight. All right. I never have luck with Silver Tempest. And I got real lucky with Brilliant Stars after hundreds of dollars in packs open. Oh no, we got an Arcanine. Okay. Striking out on the first pack. Okay, now let's open one from the top. Lugia incoming. I hope so. Dude, we already pulled the Miriam tonight, so it's been a good night. As far as my standards go, my night's already made. We pulled an SIR that I can add to my SIR stack. And now I have another card in my back pocket that I could sell at some point for some liquidity. I say liquidity, but like I think Miriam is like a $40 or $50 card at this point. Maybe even less. It's probably not worth that much, but just sad because it's such a beautiful card. Incineroar. Incineroar is a Pokemon that I honestly didn't care for a long time. But like, it's a perfect example of Pokemon that I'm starting to like a lot. I think I really am starting to like Incineroar. He's a really cool looking Pokemon, honestly. And it's my favorite colors, black and red. My favorite colorway together. Okay, another. Also, in other news, guys, I sold all of my sneakers. I sold all of them. The only sneakers that I have left are my my Jordan 5s, like the OG 5s. I have my, I know no one cares, but I have my LeBron Corks. And then I have my Air Maxes. That's it. I sold all my sneakers. I can't believe it. God, back when I thought sneakers were going to be like the biggest investment ever. I was a big sneakerhead. Ashley Futner, I don't know if I said that right. Open a second edition if you're not gay. Okay, second edition? What are you even talking about, bro? Stargrove, any neat arenas, snack bread, yo, how we doing? Tristan, what size the shoe you wear? Ooh, so I can wear several sizes. I can wear 12 comfortably. 11.5 is a perfect fit in my opinion, and then 11 is like almost getting tight on my feet, but I would say I'm probably truly a size 11, but I like for my feet to breathe, so I usually will wear a half size up to give some room. I have wide toe, so if you know, you know. If you have wide toe, usually you want larger shoes that give you a little more toe space. But yeah, it's hard to find 11 and a half. I mean, back when I was collecting sneakers, 11 and a half was tough to find. What is the money going to? Right now, all the money is going towards the next house that we buy. But I have said this, and I will say it again. If my Grail cards pop up for a good deal, if there's a collection that I can make a lot of money on that someone comes up to me and tries to sell me on, which I got very close on closing a big deal, but it fell through, and I'm okay with it because I'm still saving my money. Or yeah, if it's a Grail card, or if it's a big collection I can make money on, or if it's just stuff I know I can flip really easily, yeah, that's the only stuff that I would spend money on right now. I'm trying to be a responsible adult. Non-holo rare, dude, we're striking out. We're striking out on Silver Tempest right now, guys. 3 packs left. Sun and Moon or X and Y. Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon. I mean, the alt arts are awesome, guys. Super awesome. Yeah, my favorite. I just sold my Latios GX. Or no, it's not technically sold. The guy has not paid for it yet. This is the second time this has happened to me. I don't know why I have such bad luck with the Latios. Like, so this guy says he's having issues with his bank, which I get that. I've had issues with my banks before when it comes to credit card purchases. So hopefully he gets that sorted out tomorrow. So I'm about to sell that, but that card is gonna do so well in the long term. Unlike the Umbreon from Evolving Skies, the Latios is the chase card of Sun and Moon, and I think that the prices are gonna keep on rising and pops are gonna stay relatively low. Because I mean it's cooked already. But yeah, I just sold that one. If I ever buy that card again, I will be buying a PSA 10 copy though. PSA 9 is a great value, but I'm definitely when I am looking to buy, I'm just gonna buy PSA 10s and just to get it over with. But I do think there's still great value in PSA 9s. Don't get me wrong. I just think if I'm gonna buy that card again, I'm gonna buy it in a 10. Also, I've been watching the 10 on the Latios. Those are getting cheaper. XY there's some great stuff in XY. Don't get me wrong. There's some great stuff in XY. But if anything, I would go regular holo. I would go even further back, and I would like black and white era. I would probably pick over Sun and Moon because there are some amazing full arts in the black and white era. But comparing XY and Sun and Moon, I don't think there's much of a comparison. I think everybody will agree that X and Y has nothing on Sun and Moon. But maybe I'm wrong on that. Guys, chat. I mean, people say what you feel. Bricking it with Chris. I'm a size 15 4E. Whew. Finding sneakers are a nightmare. Been the same size shoes since I was 12. Damn, bro. You are tall as fuck. The Watson's shiny cardboard. Over adulting, yeah, I feel it. Trust me, like we're having another kid. There's no way around this. We could make this work in our house now, but it's already getting cramped. This house is gonna make a great rental, and it's gonna help me pay the rate on the next house. People are like, "Oh, you're gonna have 2 mortgages." I'm very close to paying this house off. I mean, not very close, but like I think, considering the fact that there's 20% left on this house to pay off, I think I'm very, very close to paying this house off, in my opinion. I don't feel stressed out about it at all. What I feel stressed out about is the rate that we're gonna have on a new house. But hopefully I'll have a better studio. I can do doper streams. I can do awesome videos. I'll have way more space to move around and like do fun stuff and do activities. So yeah, adulting sucks, but I'm thankful that having another kid is pushing me in this direction because I would have never done it. I would have kept spending money on cards. I would have kept buying grails. I would have kept putting it first. And honestly, family comes first. And buying a bigger house will be good for everybody. Not just for the girls, but it's going to be great for me. I'm going to love it too. It's a big step. And I was finally getting comfortable with being able to afford where we live now. So it's yeah, adulting sucks. Have you ever thought about filling those empty boxes with loose packs, maybe even 34 modern and 2 of the actual set? Yeah, like that was a goal at one point, and it just was too expensive and too risky. Too many resealed garbage packs out there for vintage. Tristan sold my Latios PSA 10 a few days ago, and I'm missing it. Dude, that's a dope card. That's a dope card. I don't know what you sold it for a few days ago. I mean, I saw the auctions. I don't know what you sold it for, but I hope it was more than $2,000. I hope it was like at least $2,200, $2,300. That's a sick card. I think it's gonna go up. Cookies make me cream. Okay. Okay, guy. Frank, wishing I had some black and white products. The theme decks, you can find really cheap black and white theme decks though. They're out there, they pop up occasionally, but that's as good as it gets in terms of finding cheap black and white era stuff. The Watsons, I don't know, people go nuts for Flash Fire Phantom Forces. That's true, the Watsons is right. I forgot about Phantom Forces. Phantom Forces has a Gengar that is very low pop, very hard to grade. Flash Fire is a big deal. Flash Fire Charizard, the Mega Charizard as well. I think there's 2 Zards in that one. I can't remember if I'm right on that, but good point. Still think it has nothing on Sun and Moon. I personally would still, even Black and White. I mean, I know those cards are low pop, but that doesn't make it a better era necessarily than Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon is pretty good with the alt arts. It's pretty good. Like, I'm not a total sucker for modern, but alt arts they're badass, okay? I get why people love them. They're really exciting to pull too. Stargrove, what state are you in? North Carolina. Real techie, yo, what's good, bro? Yo, bro, how you doing? Hope you're staying cool and feeling you were gonna stream. I had a feeling you were, yeah, I mean, I almost didn't because I was getting off work super late, but the fact that there's still people coming out to the stream, still supporting the channel, like, dude, I love you guys. I'm terrible. Like, who starts streams at 11 o'clock at night? Sold it for $22.50. I think I saw your auction. If that was an auction, I was excited to see because that's a good price. More for the buyer, I'm gonna be honest. But I think if you got into that card at like 17, 1800, like, good for you. Maybe you got into it for less than that. Snarky Mark, Sun and Moon on the low in PSA 10. I want to pick up the Raichu from Unified. Like that Raichu card. Godzilla got both the Mega Charizard cards. Nice. All right. Let's see if we got any luckier. We only have one more pack of Silver Tempest, guys. I'm going to be bummed out if we just got a dud bundle. My freaking Diana bought me a bundle, and it was supposed to be special, and it's going to end up being all nothing. Guys, all these cards, 5 packs of cards, we got nothing. Nothing. Tell me Sword and Shield isn't more brutal than Scarlet and Violet. Tell me. All right. Last pack. Polyworld Collector, how we doing? Eric, any suggestions with what to do with 5K plus Sword and Shield, Scarlet, Violet, Hollows? I mean, it depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to cash out, you should just do a bunch of auctions. If you did one big auction, you would probably get paid for a lot more than what it's worth. Dude, what I see is when people do auctions with like a collection, it goes for a lot more than it's worth. Like, people go crazy when it comes to buying collections on eBay. I honestly think you might get less selling as singles is just doing a huge auction for the whole collection. But yeah, it really depends what you're trying to do. Like, are you trying to cash out? Are you trying to sell some stuff and keep the best stuff? Like, really got to specify. Far cards, Soul Silver bundles suck. You'll never pull anything out of them. Yeah, right. It's like polar opposite from Silver Tempest God packs and other products. Like, it seems like they somehow managed to screw up everything except for those God boxes, those God tins. That sounded like my washer cycle ended tune. Yeah, I spent a ton of money on our washer dryer. This year we've spent a ton of money on just the randomest crap. Okay. I hated buying that washer dryer. $2,000, and that was a discount on a washer dryer. Ridiculous. Everything is getting more expensive these days. Okay. Come on, man. Shock us all with this pack. Dude, what if the whole thing is just a dud? Every single pack was a dud. Dude, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I think that was the last one. Yep. Wow. That Silver Tempest bundle was a complete dud. I got nothing out of that bundle. Oh, man. Cut me a break. Okay, well, still got you guys in here. Trying to think. Is there anything I could open that's relatively simple? I'm trying to think if I have any smaller products I could go open. Or you guys could just ask me questions. I don't know. If you guys really want me to open something, I can go into my garage and grab something else. But, washer and dryer in one. My wife wants one. So they do make those, and we had one of those for a while, but my Diana hated it. It didn't work out as well as I thought. I would avoid those if you can, because we personally had bad experiences with it. We got a stackable, so they're together, but it's still separate. Dude, that thing was such a pain in the ass to get in this house. Oh my god, I almost crushed my freaking foot trying to get that thing in the house. Open up some Yu-Gi-Oh. If you have Crown, I think I do have Crown, but I put that stuff up for sale. I think I do have some Crown. I might have an extra couple spare boxes of Crown. Let me go see what I got. Let me go see. I'm just gonna get one more thing. We did pull the Miriam. I'm pretty happy about that. But since y'all are here and it's late, let me go check my garage and see what else we got. Oh. All right, Castillo's, how we doing? All right, let's get into it. Hopefully we can pull something that we need. I sold my graded Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. I don't even know why I sold them. Honestly, I should have never graded with CGC. Nothing against CGC, I ended up wishing they were PSA. I think in the end, I'm just gonna end up buying a lot of the cards that I either sold or still want. But we'll see if we can pull some cards, because I still needed those for my binder. Here goes nothing. All right, so we're out. What are the bundles? 20 bucks. The blister was 15. That's 35. This is 40. So $75. Call it a night. At least we pulled the Miriam. The Miriam makes up for most of the value we opened tonight. Thank God. Jeez, that almost just knocked my mic over completely. Okay, let's jumbo cards. You know your shoes. Yes, the LeBron corks. Those are the only ones I kept. One, because LeBron's shoes hold up way better than Jordan Brand shoes. Like, honestly, like, those corks are still good as new. But all my Jordans, like, discolored, started crumbling. Like, dude, I hate Jordan Brand now. I basically hate Jordan Brand, because I held on to a lot of sneakers and I sold a lot of them, but the ones that I did hold on to, my absolute, like, most grail sneakers, every single one of them started falling apart. That's why I sold them all. And I even, one of them, like the one I sold recently, the first Jordan pack ever, the DMP 11s and the 6s, that was $1,000 when I bought it. I ended up selling it for $375. I took a huge loss on it, wore it like 3 or 4 times max. The soles just started crumbling, and I sold them like that. I sold them and I was like, the soles are crumbling, but if you know how to sole swap and like restore these, like the uppers were still mint. Like, Jordan quality is there, but the soles just crumble, and I hate that. Anyways. Alright, Snarky Mark. Area PSA grades came in yesterday, scored several 10s on Japanese banned art cards. Nice. Gives me a little faith I can grade. Yeah, I need to do a regular submission. Regardless what PSA does, I need to do a regular submission. But I'm hoping they make up for what happened to the last card I sent. But we'll see. I'm not too hopeful. But that would be sick. I would have so much faith in that company if they actually gave me a payout. Okay. Starting it off with a Snorlax. How you guys staying cool this summer? You guys going to the pool? Hanging outside? Staying inside? It's getting hot this summer. Like, we have our house set to 72 and it won't even go below like 74. That's how hot it is in Charlotte. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to get one of those little AC machines that you just stick ice in it and it just blows over the ice. Like, I low-key want to get one of those because it's that hot right now. And like, our HVAC is fine. It's just really hot and humid in Charlotte. I've been screwed so many times by them on my vintage stuff, so I was surprised. Do you have a gold thick Charizard first edition? There's no such thing, homie. I don't even know what that is. It's either you have a gold Charizard card from the Celebrations UPC or you have a first edition thick stamp. Like, you gotta pick one. Snarky, watering lawn. The heat waves are crazy in the West Coast. Crazy. 68, stay at 72 until night. Oh man. Stargrove, mainly staying inside. Even the pool is not worth it when it's in the 90s. That's kind of how we felt. Like, we were worried about taking Aspen to the pool because it's just so freaking hot out. Like, it's not worth cooling a dip if the ground that you're walking on is like scorching hot, which is stupid because we got the pool because we knew it was going to be hot this summer. But damn, when it's that hot where you're like, I don't even want to move. Have you pulled the Mewtwo? I have not pulled the Mewtwo from Crown Zenith. I haven't pulled any of the legendary dogs or the Mewtwo, which was like, those were my top picks. Have you seen the EVIR shot up? Apparently so. Apparently that's the case. You know what? I might even talk about that in a video tomorrow. Even though I think it's kind of redundant, all the same content people are making about these cards going up in price. Like, just, it's gonna do whatever it's gonna do, okay? Let's talk about this stuff as it ages. Like, we should really be talking about Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. That's really what we should be talking about because those prices are more set in. It's hard to see what's gonna happen in the short term with prices right now, especially with so many people continuing to come into this hobby, hyping it up, buying into stuff, thinking it's gonna rocket off to the moon. There's so much hype in this hobby. There's so much hype. And it's so unnecessary. And there's so many other better deals than buying a lot of these hyped up cards. There's so many things out there that people don't care about. So many collections being sold. So many raw cards being sold that are gradable. People are out here buying PSA 10s for top dollar. All right, we got a nice little shiny energy, and we got a Charizard V. Okay. Fire energy and a Charizard V. I guess that's something. Not really. Okay. We're still hurting from these openings. Okay. We got 2 packs left. Money down the drain. Money down the drain. Music, glad I got 2 copies of the EV. I mean, like, if I see these and they're at my shop and they're cheap and they're an easy buy, sure, all day. But, like, I would never buy any of these cards. Could be another Magikarp, but the thing with the Magikarp is specifically that card was really tough to grade. If the EV is super tough to grade, might have a point there. Even the Magikarp has to come down back to earth at some point. Just my thoughts. I'm wrong about a lot of things. What's set IG from Godzilla? I'm so confused. I call all Charizard cards. Oh, oh boy. Why do I keep putting them over there? I don't know why I keep doing that. We got a hitter, and I don't think I have this one, actually. I don't. Chorus's Experiment. I don't have this card from Crown Zenith. I'm going to add this to my binder. Dope. Chorus's Experiment. Let's see if we can get it to focus in on that. There we go. So we got the Miriam, and we got this banger. See what we got behind it. Nope. Luxray. Centering looks pretty good. Back looks pretty good. This is a really clean card. Sweet. Sweet. Adding that one to the binder. Literally didn't even know this card existed until I pulled it. Cool. Alright. Like, I know all these sets pretty well, but there's plenty of cards that I forget about over time. Eevee is more like Groudon, probably, which would be a good thing. The Groudon is sick, too. I love that card. From Paradox Rift. That's an awesome card. I can't wait to see what they do with Kyogre. They've definitely got a Kyogre artwork coming. There's no way they would do Groudon like that and not do a Kyogre, so that's coming. I've already spent 15K on cards this year, and I just got into the hobby. Dude, that's how it goes. And a lot of us want to think that we're making great choices and we're investing money in good places in this hobby, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, a lot of it is just a fucking wash. A lot of it is a wash, my guys. Like, unless you are only buying singles and you're not opening anything, and you're not taking risks on opening products or trying to grade cards, like, if you're just buying singles, or if you're just buying like PSA 10s and you're buying them at the bottom of the market, and it's hard to know when the bottom of the market is, but like, I feel like a lot of people get in this hobby, we spend a lot of money. I did the same thing, and I've learned from all my mistakes, but don't get burnt out. It's really easy to get burnt out. 15 grand, that's not anything to sneeze at, you know? Like, that's a lot of money. And you can spend that very quickly in this hobby. Very quickly. There's plenty of cards that are over $15,000 in this hobby. You know, it's crazy how much this hobby's grown. Crazy. And I'm glad I'm in it now. You know what? I can't take back the fact that I stopped collecting as a kid, but I'm glad to be a part of it now. I feel very lucky to have this platform and these awesome streams and these awesome chats. Even if we don't pull anything, I know that I have a platform where if I ever want to open up stuff, I have an audience to open it up with. I have a community to open it up with, and that's dope. So, all right. I do hope in the future I can kind of close up my collecting goals and I can focus on just doing openings, having fun. That's why I got back into the hobby. I didn't get back into the hobby thinking I was ever going to collect the kind of cards that I'm collecting now. I got back in because I wanted to have fun. I wanted to open up stuff. Okay. And non-hollow Tauros. I love you, Tauros, but you're not good enough for us. Wow, we might get boned on this Crown Zenith box. I mean, we did get a Galarian Gallery card. I guess I can't complain. Alright. About 10K in the past 2 months. I'm just buying and selling PSA 10 alls. Cashed out 3K on 8 cards at Shoe this past weekend. Nice. I want to open up newer sets so bad, but I'm not feeling the S&B offering so far. Just buying PSA 10 slabs or buying raw, grading, and flipping. Trevor, yeah, so a lot of you I've probably had some influence over in terms of, like, I'm selling a lot of my stuff right now. I think it's a great market to be selling your stuff. We don't know what's going to happen with elections. I know on the micro level, we are seeing things continue to move up. But on the macro level, I feel like if the elections get crazy, I don't know. You know, this a lot of stuff can happen, can change in this country very fast, and Pokemon cards could easily become something that is, I don't know, just less of a priority. And if that shifts, if people's priorities really shift in a big way, we're going to see so much product dumping on the market. And the people that sold now would be like, damn, I sold at the perfect time. Whereas the people that are holding through all of this, expecting everything to rise, like, I'm going to hold my favorite cards, but if I don't necessarily expect that they're going to keep rising in price. I just don't want to hunt them again. But I think selling modern products when you're at a profit or a gain is a no-brainer. Um, and I have to, so I'm happily doing it now because I'm still up on a lot of stuff that I bought. But I think even if you're not up big, but you're still up, I think it's better to take that risk out and take that money back, and just wait it out. Okay, maybe the market keeps going higher and you go, okay, I want that card back. I'm gonna spend more money on it. Or maybe the market drops a little bit. You sold high, and you can cash back in, buy that card for less now, and you still made money on it. It can be really good to let stuff go too. It's like a weight taken off your back. Just, you don't need, let go of things that don't serve you. It's something my dad says a lot to me. But I'm not saying like sell off your entire collection, but if you're thinking about it, it's not a bad time. Recession still feels like it's looming, and I feel that. Yeah, of course, and they're not going to share that stuff with the public. I don't want to spend that much money on a collection, but want to complete them for sure. Dude, and trying to master set these sets, it's borderline crazy, okay? It's trying to master these sets is nuts. It's more affordable than trying to master vintage sets, but still, no, I don't think it is. Actually, I think modern sets are way more expensive to master than vintage sets. A lot of vintage sets, I would argue. Because there's so many cards in the sets of today. It's not that they're more expensive necessarily, but there's so many of them, so many Vs, so many VMAXs. I guess in this case now, the EXs, the IRs, and the alt arts, the S, so much stuff now. It's so tough to stay in this hobby and like go full force with it. Best advice I can give right now for y'all watching is pick a lane. Pick a lane and stay in it. Otherwise, you get overwhelmed. There's just too much going on. Pick what singles you like. Pick what niche you like. And just do that and do it really well. But do what I say, not... what is that? Dude, I'm blanking right now. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm a bad example because I like theme decks and vintage and modern and investing. You know, I like to do it all, but it's destroying me, you know, in a lot of ways financially. All the stuff I've opened that I've lost money on, all the stuff I've bought that I wasn't happy with or had to resell and then take losses on. There's so much in this hobby that's just been a wash for me. I've made a lot of money in this hobby too, but and that's the thing, you have to keep going with it. You have to keep doing it. Otherwise, it's all in vain. So get really knowledgeable, learn about the hobby, learn from your mistakes, and then come back better, you know? If you sell off your collection, start it up again, but do it in the best way that you can, you know? In a lot of ways, I think like a total purge. I think if you've come back into this hobby and you're not quite happy with your collection or where it is, sell everything off, total purge, and then start back again and do it the way that you think would be the best way to do it. That would take me way too much effort to sell everything and start back over again, but it would be fun to just start over again. You know, what would you do if you started over again? I don't even know, man. There's so many avenues in this hobby. Being Bayan, do you know about a short actual or old collection that I can collect? Um, I am a big fan, like in terms of the vintage sets, I really like the Gym Heroes Gym Challenge sets. Legendary Collection, that's an incredible set to go after in vintage. Dude, I mean, there's just so much. I mean, you just have to look at all the sets. Because it's really a personal preference too. What I like, not everybody else is gonna like. Sky Ridge, Aquapolis, Expedition, those are dope. The EX era sets, Holon Phantoms, Team Rocket Returns, EX Deoxys, even though I actually don't think EX Deoxys is amazing, but it has my favorite cards in it. Um, Southern Island. That's Austin hit the nail on the head. Southern Island is a great small vintage set. Great, my man. Uh, Clean slate is what I did. I only have 4 PSA 10s. Sold all my Jungle Fossil Gym PSA 10, but in Japanese. Cozy Cazador, would you ever play through the Game Boy games again, or are you just happy to have them in your collection? I have played through them. I have been playing through them, but I just don't have time. I don't even have time to collect anymore. Like, I honestly don't. I don't have time to be buying and selling stuff on eBay or collecting, or even this stream. I got off at 11 tonight. I've been bartending all night. I should be playing video games and eating something and getting ready to go to bed, but here I am. Um, anyways, no, that's a fantastic question, but I love having the games because I feel like when I do get a big break at some point, or like, I don't know, like a holiday, like Christmas time or something like that, or my kids are old enough where they can kind of play and understand, I feel like I'm gonna relive it by showing my kids like what I grew up with. Because my best gaming memories as a kid were Game Boy games, arguably the Pokemon franchise. Like, that made my life as a kid. Every trip we went on, Game Boy, hours and hours. So yeah, I do intend on playing those through again. Um, I just don't know when I'm gonna have time to do that. Even Scarlet Violet on the Switch, like I'm debating selling my Switch and Scarlet and Violet because it's just, I don't have time to play it. I just don't have time. I'm going to keep my GameCube though, definitely, no doubt about that, or my GameCube collection. Team Rocket is good because it's not too expensive, and I love that about some of those older mass-produced sets. Team Rocket is a great choice for sure. Um, and Team Rocket could become expensive. When the glory of Team Rocket releases here in 2025, down the road, when that set releases, mark my words, the glory of Team Rocket will send people back into vintage. It will send them to Team Rocket. It will send them to Team Rocket Returns. So those sets are good to grab right now, I think. Even though no one's really thinking about that. Also, we have to differentiate between Unlimited and First Edition. If you're gonna collect this stuff, go for First Edition. Just do it, because you're just gonna look back if you buy Unlimited. You're gonna be like, oh, I got it for a really good deal, and I built my collection on a budget. That's fun, that's cool and all, but you will probably look back and be like, why didn't I just do this with First Edition instead? It takes a little bit more money, but it will be worth way more in the long run. So that's another thing I will say, is that if you're gonna collect vintage, just try and stick with First Edition, because they are way lower pop, way rarer. Um, uh, yeah, I mean, and it's a group effort, right? Everybody in here is pitching in information. There's people that are way more knowledgeable in this chat probably than I am. Um, you are very welcome. Stargrove, thanks for sharing your knowledge tonight. Orion, please save the Nidorinas and Sandshrews for me. I love those Pokemon, by the way. Great Pokemon. Nidorina, Sandshrew. I have 400 hours in my red version. Oof. The Watsons, when they added the lights to the Game Boy SP, it was a game changer in bed as a kid. Dude, absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, trying to get that thing in the right angle so you can see the game was really a horrible gaming experience. I will say that. The SP and the DS, like, that changed the game. I never sell my games. I play the GBA games when I have an itch to open cards. Sell your first edition vintages on eBay. Griffin's cards. 5 $1,000 PSA 10 cards, or 1 $5,000 PSA 10. Probably dealer's choice, but just curious. I like the idea of like $5,000 modern alt arts. I love the modern alt arts. PSA 10, like to get those cards for a couple $100 at a piece, you really can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. Yes, they're high pops, but it's all relative. Um, Again, I still don't have the Blaziken from Chilling Reign. Okay, guys, I need to finish this. I need to finish this once and for all, okay? Crown Zenith, last pack. I've been holding this in my hands. I just want it out of my hands. Radiant, Eternatus. Okay. And that is the opening for the night, guys. I can't believe it. We really didn't get anything tonight. Other than we got, I mean, I wouldn't even count the Charizard V. That's ridiculous. But we did get the Miriam, and we got this Galarian Gallery. We'll just have to take it. It is what it is. For the most part, though, I think it almost makes up the value. What I do like about the Colress's experiment is, and this goes for like everything in Pokemon moving forward, the art is getting better and better and better. And like my favorite thing about this card, and I've never seen it before, but I really like this about the card, is these Pokeballs in the corner here. I love the detail, the fact that you can see the Great Ball, like I don't know what that is, like Aqua Ball, Nest Ball, something like that, and the regular Pokeball in the background. I like that detail a lot. So, like Pokemon, dude, we are gonna have so much cool stuff to look forward to in this hobby. We really are, and I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my collection at the end of the day, but I feel like I've learned a lot, and I'm ready to collect in a different way. Moving forward, I don't think I'm ever, it's just crazy. I can't keep doing master sets. It's too much. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I'll just buy one box of every set or try to, and then buy the alt arts or SIRs that I really like. But yeah. Yo, MX, how you doing, brother? That Miriam is slept on, in my opinion. I mean, clearly, if it's in the dumps right now, price wise, clearly, because it's a beautiful card. But also, maybe they're just easier to pull. I don't know, but we are pretty much wrapping it up here. I do think that this card, though, is the best alt art of all time right now. No cap. I do think this is the best alt art of all time. And I think it focuses on the best part of this hobby and this community, which is just like the love and support that's in this community, and like the friends and people that you meet in this community. I think that's really important. And it's something that I forget a lot because I'm very competitive and I want to show off my collection and flex and whatever. But like, this card, because it has a heart in it, is really, it's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. Whenever I look at this card, that's what it reminds me of. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, oh, it's a Pokemon card with a heart. Like, oh, how cute. But to me, it means a lot more than that. And I love this card. I've always loved it. I loved it before the hype. I love it after the hype. I love this card. And it feels different in my hands than any other alt art that I've ever looked at. This card just hits different. It's a beautiful card. But yeah, I think this card is going to do big numbers in the future. That's going to suck to let that go. I hear you on Masters. Eric mastered all of Sword and Shield and then just hit a wall. Still doing some of the WotC, ETC, but the moderns are insane. It really is. Like, when I was doing that, I was getting really good prices from my local shop. I would go in there looking to like get a couple nice cards that I liked, and then I'd be like, oh, I need this, and I need this, and I need this. And I would spend like $1,000 on like cards for 5 different sets that I was trying to fill out. It was just, and cards that I didn't even really want that much. So I wish things were different. I would like to go full on with it, but the amount of energy that it was taking me to sit down at night and like fill out my binders, like I lost a lot of time with Diana and Aspen because I was like working on binders or organizing my game room. Like I feel really bad about that kind of stuff. It's better to have a smaller collection that's easier to move around, consolidate, and doesn't take you a ton of energy. You know, it doesn't make the quality of your life worse, right? If you're collecting everything, quality of your life is gonna suck because you're gonna be constantly trying to chase after this stuff, constantly trying to fill a void, fill those empty spaces in your binders. And that's something Pokemon really needs to think about moving forward, because a lot of people are coming into the hobby, but I feel like just as quickly people are going to get burnt out on like how big these sets are. It's draining, truly. Jennifer, how do you get a card graded? It's fairly easy, and a lot of people in this chat can definitely assist you on that. It's the symmetry. Snarky, mastering a set is stupid expensive. I will say, if you do master a set, master a good set. Master a really good set. Evolving Skies, 151. Crown Zenith, probably I'd put up there since it has the Galarian galleries. It's really good. There's not many sets. Maybe like Team Up, but there's not many sets I would want to master. But yeah, in some master sets, like you can sell and it will fetch a pretty penny, right? So it's not like it's a total loss, but building a master set is just kind of nuts. At the end of the day, that backdrop is a big W. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you know, the sad, crazy thing is this backdrop didn't cost me a lot. Finding each of these boxes, yeah, it adds up. You know, buying the theme decks, whatever, but it's exactly what I love most about this hobby is the artwork and the nostalgia in the boxes. I lost all of my money in Modern, guys. All of the money, all the wash that I had in like in the financials is from Modern. Mostly from opening, but there were even cards that I bought and overpaid for in Modern. Like it's just mainly openings though. And if you're gonna open stuff, you're gonna take L's. It's still a lot of fun, but you're gonna take L's. Yeah, smaller collection can be way more meaningful. Eric, yep, I even started the reverse holo trade up group because it was so annoying getting them all. Imagine being Rattle and trying to collect one of every card ever printed in English. So yeah, that's insane. Also, I want to say that like even if you're a big channel, and you're pulling in a lot of ad revenue, which I'd like, I know some of these channels with 10,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers, they're pulling in at least $1,000 a month. But if this is your full-time thing, even as a side hustle, that's not enough money to try and go after everything in this hobby. Like that's insane. So even for the big cats, like that's a big ambitious goal to have. And maybe I'll come back to it. I still have all my vintage binders. Like I still have everything kind of structured. And it's not too late for me to keep trying to master all these sets. It just, yeah, it's a lot. It's a mental thing. I think it's a mental thing more than a financial thing. It's just like actually getting all the cards and putting them in a binder. Like my hat is off to people out there still doing that. Yeah, theme decks are cool though. I feel like theme decks, I've never lost money on a theme deck. Fun fact, never lost money on a theme deck. Every theme deck, I've even overpaid for some. I've at least broken even on them. I don't lose money on theme decks ever. I love this market. It is a niche. It is a weird thing. They are like basically kind of useless, right? Like nobody's playing with these decks anymore, and they only come with one holo card, and usually the holo card's not worth much, but the art and the box and the weight of it and the feel of it, I love theme decks. Something's wrong with me. And I have something really big to announce to you guys, probably tomorrow though, but it came early, but I'm really excited about it, and I shouldn't have bought this, but it was a splurge. I'm really trying to tighten up financially, but I'm excited about this. So that's gonna be big. Cannot wait to show that off. Yeah, Real Break Nate. Now, like, he has all of the binders. Like, good for him, dude. He has all those binders, like, color coordinated and stuff. Like, it's crazy. And it's inspiring, but I just don't think I can do that. And honestly, I don't think I would be happy doing that. And I don't think I would want everybody else to expect, like, okay, so you're gonna do the unthinkable and collect one of everything, but then it might influence a lot of other people to try to do the same thing, and that's not a net positive. If everybody's trying to master set stuff, they're gonna waste a lot of money. Um, Orion just said, "Don't compare to others." Yeah, in some ways, and I compare myself to other collectors all the time, and it's brutal. There's always gonna be somebody out there with a better collection. um, uh, Man, someone local here posted like 8 vintage sealed theme decks for a good price. So tempting. Um, well, and that's the thing. Theme decks, there's not a great market for them. So people don't have a lot of leverage when they want to sell them. It's like, okay, good luck finding a buyer. There are a few people that are like, oh, I'm itching to get this theme deck in my collection. Like, very few people are itching to get theme decks. So they're easy to make deals on, I think. Like, people will undersell me theme decks all the time in a way that they won't with cards or packs or boxes. But yeah, it's kind of weird. If you are buying theme decks, buying them in person, if you can get a good price, is a great way to go, because if you're buying them online and then you're going to resell them, you have to factor in your taxes and fees and all that good stuff. Anyways, that's with anything, right? Rice with nuts. It's a PSA 10 Latios Latias. Okay. It is so stressful organizing cards. Dude, it is, especially the bulk. Like, can we talk about how annoying organizing your bulk is? Like, bro, all the bulk against my wall, I'm like, I'm definitely gonna give all this stuff away. Whenever I ship cards out, I give free cards, but I'm also like, I've got piles of bulk everywhere in here. I just need to do one big eBay listing that's like, here's 5,000 bulk cards from like 8 different sets, because I need to get rid of all the bulk that's in here. I don't like clutter. But yeah, organizing all that stuff is just such a pain in the butt. Some people find it fun. I'm not one of those people. There's only one Dubsy. This is true. Scott, we opened a blister and a booster bundle and a collection box. I'm gonna take a chill pill next week. I know Austin really wants to open some 151, and I'll probably crack and open the booster bundle. Maybe not next week, but the week after, I'll probably finally do it. I'm really, as you guys can see, I'm trying to stretch out when I'm gonna open up this stuff, because I really need the money more than I need to do the opening. But I do like 151. That is going to be a lot of fun to open again. So next week, we'll probably crack the Japanese booster box that I have. It'll be the first Japanese box I've ever opened. So it's not like it's going to be nothing. It's going to be a cool stream, because I've never opened up a Japanese box. We'll get a Master Ball. We might even get a God Pack. That would be pretty epic. And I actually love Japanese texture and quality. I'm really excited to open up that box. Honestly, there's no point for me to sit on it anyways. Japanese boxes are tanking. They'll rebound at some point, but there's so many of them out there at this point. I think it's better for me to just open up the box and see if we can pull a God Pack or something. Yeah, I am going to go to bed though. Austin, I appreciate you. It is time. This stream, we basically did an hour and a half after I got off work at 11. So I'm trying to make all this stuff work. And I'm grateful to be getting home late, because that means my bar is doing well. So all this stuff is great. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. And yeah, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I have some Call of Duty to get to now that my Wi-Fi is doing better, and it sounds like the stream is looking a lot clearer. I'm gonna go enjoy some video games before I go to bed. Anyways, if you guys are not on the Discord, hop into the Discord. If you want to join me and play some Call of Duty, if any of you guys are on Xbox or play Warzone, I'm about it. Anyways, peace everybody. Peace out. Dude, no, that can't happen. So we're gonna open the English again soon. I'm gonna open up a display. I don't care. We'll open it up. But when we do, we are gonna get that Nidoking and that Hyper Mew. Otherwise, I'm gonna be distraught. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you guys for coming out. I've enjoyed it. This was a fun stream, as always. Honestly, once again, didn't even care about the opening. Was happy to answer questions, be a part of the chat, and that's kind of what I want to keep going in here. Every Wednesday night, we're gonna be doing these streams. Hopefully, we can always enjoy chopping it up, hanging out over live. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Yo, take care of yourselves. Love yourself. Get some rest, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And I really appreciate you guys saying nice things like that. Seriously, it means a lot. Everybody in the content creation space, I imagine, at one point or another, gets pretty hard on themselves. So we're very critical of the stuff that we put out. Is it even worth it? Is it good? Is anybody gonna watch this? Do I sound like an idiot? Probably. Anyways, peace out. I appreciate all of you guys.